Now to the north in Daviess County, Indiana, the Daviess County Community Hospital tells News 25 they've treated 5 people for injuries there.
Now, hospital officials say one person was admitted and another has been sent to St. Mary's Hospital in Evansville. News 25's Katie Carlisle. Well, she went to Daviess County right after that storm hit. She joins us now live there with more. Katie, dark in Madisonville and dark tonight in Daviess County.
Yes, it certainly is, Brad. And while lives were spared, many homes and businesses were not. Behind me is K&K Industries, or rather what used to be K&K Industries. Now, earlier this afternoon, there were approximately 100 employees here working. The owner of K&K Industries sent them home about 15 minutes before the tornado tore through here. Certainly a wonderful decision on his part, possibly could have saved many lives. Now, we spoke with a local homeowner. He lives just about maybe a block down the way this way, and he says he actually saw the tornado heading towards his home.
We turned the road 1 mile west of here, and we just happened to look back, and I said, that kind of looked like a tornado. And we kept coming, and as we turned in the drive, we could see it about a quarter mile west.
Fred Knepp and his family watched in awe as the twister bore down on their house. They took shelter in a basement.
And all we heard was the metal squealing as it was twisted. And about 20 minutes later, we come up, and the house was about all that was standing.
Officials with the Daviess County Sheriff's Office tell News 25 the tornado made a zigzag path a mile long. Between 50 and 100 homes were destroyed.
A lot of the Amish communities here, there's like some houses or properties have 3 or 4 houses on a lot itself, and they're all related. So some of these things that look like maybe one house totally destroyed, it might be as many as 3 there on the same property.
The area is a largely Amish community, and people around here told us that they had no television, no radio to warn them that the tornado was on its way.
And we had destruction on both sides of us, and it left our house stand. So I wasn't actually afraid. It's just if you trust in the Lord, He'll protect you.
Locals here say it's a miracle that no one was killed. In fact, most of the injuries appear to have been minor. Now, like K&K Industries, Swartz and Truber sawmill is also, for the most part, gone. Now, I don't know if you remember this story that we were telling you earlier tonight, but we had heard that there was a UPS driver who arrived at K&K Industries shortly before the tornado got here. He knocked on the door, went back into his truck, and do you see that heap of mangled metal over there? That was his truck. This UPS driver was thrown into the air. His truck flipped over several times, and if you can believe it, he actually sustained minor injuries. He was treated here at the scene and did not sustain any serious injuries. Their homes,
them other guys come yet?
Their businesses, but not their spirit.
When I think about it, I still shiver in my shoes of what could have happened. So we just thank the Lord that nobody got hurt worse than it did.
Abe Knepp owns K&K Industries. The company builds roofing trusses for homes. Here's what K&K looked like before the tornado. What sort of thoughts go through your mind as you're looking at this picture here?
A lot of different emotions, thoughts. But again, I just thank God that nobody was hurt.
And now?
With all the buildings that's tore up here in the community, we're very fortunate nobody got killed. Oh yeah? That's probably Dad's office.
Employees checked out the scene today, many in shock. Knepp says work will continue for his 120 employees. K&K has another location, and he says the competition has volunteered to donate space for K&K employees.
Daviess County Metal and Graver Post, and they've already opened up their shops and said that we can bring our men in there nights and build our trusses in there.
This kind of generosity is common around here, a largely Amish community. People here lend a hand when neighbors need it most.
Very strong-willed, have strong religious beliefs, very tight, close-knit families.
A spirit stronger, more enduring than the destructive winds of the tornado. Another day is done here, but the people in Daviess County will continue to work well past sundown.
Poured the concrete walls on Saturday. The rest of the work on the barn here was done yesterday and today.
Amish and Mennonites standing together, rebuilding a community with every hit of the hammer. We caught Larry Knapp working on his new home, the basement nearly done. This is what the place looked like 1 week ago.
We decided we was just going to knock it down and burn it and get me a new one.
Larry says Amish volunteers showed up last week to make his house a home again. He wouldn't dare call them strangers.
We was well blessed. You know, the good Lord brought it to us, but he saved our lives.
Locals tell us up to 1,000 people from Pennsylvania, Ohio, and Florida descended upon Daviess County. More arrive every day, making visible almost shocking improvements. The Daviess County Emergency Management Agency took these aerial photos last week. Here is Daviess County today. K&K Industries last week. K&K today.
The Amish community, they don't wait on nobody. They get with the program and build it back as fast as they can, and they don't cry about it, you know, just get at it and get it fixed.
A community proving it doesn't take modern technology to overcome tragedy, just hard work and the desire to help.
All of us come from a job site going home. Now,
This title, this says, we all have a lot to be thankful for this Thanksgiving. Just when we grow complacent and forget just why we're here, and take for granted heaven's gifts and pretend we have no fears. The winds of mid-November nearly brought us to our knees as we cowered in our basements and heard the crashing trees. And the light of Wednesday morning, the good news that we heard was that everyone is counted for and every life was spared. Soon, our backyards came to life and help was on the way as friends and neighbors who escaped the storm brought hope to a ruined day. With tractors, saws, and shovels, food and drink for all, roofing, nails, and siding, they responded to the call. From all surrounding counties and from other places too, they all helped pick the pieces up and made broken spirits new. The people of the area and all along the way give thanks to God and many friends for reminding us that day. That's a community that matters, looking out for one another. And when a stranger stops to help, that stranger is our brother. Like I said, we were fortunate. So grateful for all of our friends that rallied around and helped. And that's what life's all about.
Well, about a month ago, that F3 tornado tore through Daviess County, Indiana. By the time it was over, 65 homes were destroyed, another 50 seriously damaged. News 25's Katie Carlisle traveled to Daviess County today to find out how the community is faring this holiday season. Katie joins us now in the newsroom. Katie, you saw that damage firsthand last month.
I sure did, Brad. It certainly was something. Now, people in the largely Amish and Mennonite community began rebuilding the very next day. The backbreaking work hasn't left a lot of time to celebrate Christmas. Work continues from sunup to sundown. Rebuilding a business means rebuilding a way of life for Abe Knapp.
I hardly remember there is a holiday. I haven't done any shopping. We've been stuck right here.
Knapp owns K&K Industries, one of the largest employers in the area. This is what K&K looked like after the tornado tore through here. With every hit of the hammer, Amish volunteers continue to piece the place together.
What would we do if we wouldn't have friends? You can't buy friends. And a lot of these people I've never seen before.
Abe Knapp had sent over 100 employees home just about 15 minutes before the tornado leveled K&K Industries. The thought of what could have happened has brought him to tears on many occasions, but now he says his employees will be protected. K&K Industries is building a tornado shelter for all of its employees.
We made it according to specs so we can get them all in there, and they'll have a direct entrance from the shop.
Elsewhere in Daviess County, new houses dot the landscape. Larry Knapp lost his home that night. Less than 6 weeks later, he's ready to move into a new one.
It's beautiful. I love it.
Larry hasn't had time to enjoy the holidays.
Yeah, I'll be up there a little bit.
He says that doesn't bother him.
Everybody knows what Christmas is about. It's about Jesus Christ. We got to keep that in our mind that that's what Christmas is all about.
It's a real-life Christmas story here in Daviess County, the true spirit of the season seen in every helping hand. Amish from all over the country continue to volunteer in Daviess County. Abe Knepp says work on K&K Industries should take 6 months to complete. Reporting live in the newsroom, Katie Carlisle, News 25.